A European vacation can be filled with any number of great attractions, from high-end dining to fairy-tale castles to bespoke tours that take in the continent's expansive history. But there's also a spookier side to Europe, and we're not talking about the fear that can strike when your phone is on 5% battery and your portable charger is nowhere to be found, though admittedly, that's scary too. In Europe's most haunted places, eerie spirits lurk around historic destinations, waiting for curious guests to visit. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the creepy sensation you get when you step into the ancient Ram Inn in Watton-under-Edge in England, where a pagan high priestess supposedly awaits. And while you're not likely to catch the plague today, we hope a visit to Poveglia Island will take you back to the days of the Black Death, when plague-ridden people were shipped here from nearby Venice. These are the most haunted places in Europe, and we dare you to check them out. Kilkenny, Ireland. If you're on the hunt for some ghostly figures, you'll want to explore Kilkenny, Ireland. This Irish city has a storied past, filled with tragic events that allegedly left behind spirits that visitors still witness today. Kilkenny, located about 80 miles from Dublin, was the site of Ireland's first witch trial. Another tragedy struck in 1763, when 16 people drowned in the river after a bridge collapsed during a flood. Today, people report seeing creepy figures in the River Nore that rise above the mist in the early morning. Poveglia Island, Italy. Just off the coast of glittering Venice sits the small island of Poveglia, which is nothing like its touristy neighbor. This haunted island was once a home for people dying from the bubonic plague, and it later housed a mental institution in the late 1800s. In the 1930s, rumors persisted that a doctor performed experiments on patients on the island. Now, the island is abandoned and you can't really go there, but that's probably a good thing, right? Château de Brissac, France. This hauntingly beautiful castle with its gold leaf ceilings and opulent furniture hides a dark secret. Charlotte of France was murdered there after her husband found her cheating with one of his friends. He killed the friend too. Now, the young Charlotte is said to wander the castle, forever stuck there after her untimely death. Guests and staff report seeing her most frequently in the tower room of the castle's chapel, dressed in a green gown. The Tower of London, England. The tower's bloody history is no stranger to ghost stories. First built in the 11th century to defend royal power, it has been used as a prison and execution site. Henry VI was killed at the tower during the Wars of the Roses, as were three queens: Anne Boleyn, Catherine Howard, and Jane Grey. Today, Anne Boleyn's ghost is said to walk the Tower Green, the site of her own execution, and Arbella Stewart, Queen Elizabeth I's cousin who was arrested for marrying without royal permission, is rumored to haunt the Queen's house. Nonetheless, more than 3 million people visit the tower each year to admire the crown jewels and confront the ghost stories. Akershus Festing, Norway. This medieval castle was completed in 1300, and it has been the site of a prison, which closed in 1950, and several sieges since. Prison sentences at the castle often involved hard physical labor, and it was known for using irons and chains as a way to discipline prisoners. Rumors persist of whispers and scratching heard along the hallways, and guards have reported weird sensations, like being pushed by someone who wasn't there, while working. Spikov Castle, Czech Republic. Spikov Castle in Spikovské Podhradí, Czech Republic is a creepy place at the best of times. Legend has it that until 1597 a supernatural being haunted residents of the castle in the ancient tower. According to some records, strange events still occur in the tower. Visitors report unusual photographs, technical malfunctions, unusual animal behavior, and even unexplained extinguishing of candles and fires. Another legend says that anyone who sleeps within the main tower will die within a year. Whether you believe these stories or not, It's one of the creepier haunted places in Europe to visit. Chateau Miranda, Belgium. Chateau Miranda is one of Europe's creepiest castles. It dates back to the mid-1800s, and supposedly housed mentally ill patients from 1950 onwards. This earned it the nickname Chateau de Noisy. In its prime it was a beautiful castle, but today it stands derelict. Trespassers have smashed doors and windows and ripped up all the floors. Though a security guard may prevent access to this creepy destination, a visit there is likely to raise the hairs on the back of your neck. Tivoli Gardens, Denmark. You may not think the sanitized environment of Copenhagen's Tivoli Gardens could produce too many Halloween thrills. And technically it's not one of the most haunted places in Europe. But in October each year it turns into a fairly freaky destination. For 3 weeks leading up to October 31st, organizers transform the park into a Halloween wonderland, complete with pumpkin carvings, confusing mazes, and a range of fiendish characters.